Hello and welcome to another How Lou Sees It review. Today I am reviewing a game by Smirk and Dagger Games called Dreaded Curse. Arr, matey. And it is a fantastic game. It is designed by Stuart Sisk, and it is a push your luck game where players take on the role of different pirates. You see here captain, first mate, pilot, gunner, etc. Different rounds using the special abilities on those, drawing gold from a bag and stealing gold from other players, and in some cases pawning off the dreaded black spot coin. The players decide each round at the end of the round whether or not they're going to cut and run and keep their winnings, or push their luck and continue on to try to gain more and more gold. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the components of the game. The box is a very nice, high quality box. It is kind of that vinyl finish, very durable box that it comes in. The rule book likewise is very, very nice, and it has some great instructions. I mean, it's adequate. A lot of words really, just re-images of the cards themselves. So there isn't really need for illustrations. I mean, as you can see, it's a pretty short rule book and pretty simple gameplay. So we have the rule book, we have some reference cards, we have a couple small ones, as well as a larger reference card. This reference card here is double-sided. It shows you the phase order. You're going to be drawing coins from the bag, stealing coins from the other pirates. You can choose to pay Jacques, the monkey, which we'll show you in a minute. Then you choose if you're going to cut and run or stay, and then we have an all hands on deck, which it basically is two parts here. You're going to vie for the captaincy, and then after that you're going to choose the other crew positions will be chosen. So the other side here references how many coins, what the makeup of the coins are. There's 60 different coins that make up the game, and it shows you the total value of all of those coins added together as well. 148 pieces of gold, or 148 gold total. So it kind of helps you decide whether or not you should stay in the game, I guess. Pirate code cards also have a worth to them in gold if you don't use them throughout the game. And so it just kind of gives you a reference there. The other little cards, I don't know why they chose to do the phase order on both sides of these. I think it would have been helpful to have the information on this big card as well. Probably couldn't fit it on the smaller card. If you look at the gold here, it's cardboard pieces, but very high quality cardboard pieces. As long as cardboard pieces are this high quality, it doesn't really bother me much that it's not, actual coins made out of metal. So the quality of these are really, really nice, and I like them. The bag is, your pretty average cloth bag. It is kind of a velvety feel to it, but the inside is also pretty nice. So good quality bag. You also have a deck of 50 different pirate code cards going along with the same vinyl type finish. So very good quality components in this. And then you have your oversized pirate cards, as you can see, compared to the normal deck of cards here. that shows you the turn order and any of the special actions and cheats and things that pirate may have. There's also a card here for Jacques Pierre, and we'll talk about him in a minute. Okay, so the coins here, the big portion of the game here, as you're drawing coins, they're valued, anywhere between 1 and 5. And there's also some other coins that you have to be worried about. Of course, there are 2 black spots, okay? And if you know anything about pirates or Treasure Island or anything like that, you receive a black spot, and that is a mark of bad fortune for you, okay? So if you end the game with the black spot, no matter how much gold that you have accrued, you're going to lose the game. So you don't want the black spots at the end of the game. There's 2 of those. There's also 1 lead slug, okay? And it's slightly coloration a little bit different to show that, but it's -5 points at the end of the game, and it actually is -5 points plus how many ever coins are left with Jacques Pierre at the end of the game as well. So also a coin to avoid. So on your turn, basically what happens is you'll start with some of these cards here, which we'll get into. Everyone will start with, usually it will be 3 of those. If you're playing with more players, you may only start with 2. But you'd start with 3 of these cards that you would remain secret to the other players. For the first round, you're going to hand these out basically randomly. What you do is you pull out a black spot to start the game, put that face down, and then you pull out, if you're playing with 5 players, you'd pull out 4 other coins, shuffle these up, deal them out, and whoever receives the black spot becomes the captain. Okay, so that determines that. And then the other ones will be shuffled and dealt out to the other players. Okay, and what happens on your turn, again, you're going to draw a coin from the bag, and some people will have different abilities that change that. So usually you just draw 1 coin and add it to your stash, which you would put it face down in your stash. After looking at it, you can look at any coins in your stash. But the pirate here, the captain, you can draw 2, 3, or 4 from the bag. Okay, so starting out at the game, this is really, really helpful because you can get a lot of gold very quickly. The bad side to the captain is closer to the end of the game. You may be more likely to get a black spot, and so it becomes a little less helpful. So there's that. The pilot, for example, can draw 3 and look at those 3 and keep 2. The bosun may draw 2, etc. So there's some different things associated with that. Pretty simple. Then you go on to the steal phase. So every pirate must steal at least 1 coin from either the person to their left or the person to their right, and everyone can steal from the captain. So that's another thing with the captain. You can acquire a lot of gold, but everyone can also steal from you as well. Okay, there's some other things that some of the other players can do. For example, the cook, the steal phase, their special ability here, after stealing, may exchange 1 coin from your stash with a new one from the bag. Okay, this is particularly useful role to have if you have a black spot, because after stealing you can put that black spot back in the bag. Okay, the lookout here, cannot be given a coin. Okay, so there's a role in here that you can actually give a coin to someone else, like the black spot or the lead slug. And when you're the lookout, no one can actually do that. Okay. The cabin boy, steal one from the captain instead of drawing one. So on the draw phase, he can actually do that, and he cannot be stolen from. Okay. So just some examples there of some of the different things. Okay, so after you draw coins and steal, then you can pay Jacques. You look at the Jacques card here. And so after the steal phase, you can pay a 2 or higher valued coin to purchase a Pirate's Code card, 1 per turn. And what happens is when you purchase those coins, you show, okay, it's 2, and then you place it face down in this area. At the end of that round, these coins will move to that side of the card, and this will change the game a little bit. Again, any coins left here will be further minus points to the person who has the lead slug, as well as there are pirate code cards in the deck that allow you to either take coins from here, from this side or this side. So there's some variations there. And this is how you acquire a new pirate codes cards. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at those as well. You'll notice here it has kind of the name of the card, and then the phase in which that card can be played. So this is any phase here, and it says take a card from the discard pile and add it to your hand. Okay, so this will allow you to play that if someone played a really good Pirates card in the last while throughout the game, and you can actually play this and go and get that and be able to use it again. You also notice there's a coin value of the card, so if you don't use this and it's the end of the game, you're adding up your coins, this will be worth 2. So I wouldn't in the game really I can't think of a time where it wouldn't be beneficial, it seems like at times, to buy these cards. I think it's pretty good strategy, in my opinion, to purchase a card almost every round. There are obviously some cards in here. They're worth different values. This one's going to be worth 4 if you don't use it. And usually these are going to be more powerful cards. So not so fast, me hearty. In reaction to a played card, cancel a card when played. Place that card into your hand. Okay, so if someone's trying to attack you or something nasty like that, you play this and you actually get that card, and it's canceled when coming to you. So a really good card, but if you don't have to use it, it's going to be worth more coins at the end of the game. No deserters. Okay, this is kind of a fun one. Someone's feeling a little antsy and they're ready to cut and run. Well, you play this, and you're going to skip it this round, and everyone has to stay in play. There's another one in here somewhere that is kind of a nasty one, where you played it when someone decided to cut and run, and they would actually have to divvy out equally any cards, pirate code cards that they had. So you think you're cutting and running at a good point. You have a lot of points here in your cards. Someone plays that card on you. You just have to divvy out all of your pirate code cards to the other players. So really some fun cards and variation that is given to the game with that. Then after the Pay Jacques phase, players will look at all of their different coins and decide do they really want to how much do they want to be captain, or basically what kind of ranking they're going to want. Do they really want is in a certain role, and they'll try to work on that and figure out who they want to be. Well, what happens is everyone puts forward 2 coins, okay? And they'll put forward 2 coins, and then these are all flipped over simultaneously. And the person who has the highest total is going to become captain. All right. So if there's a tie, you put forth each person will put forth another coin. If there's still a tie, you keep going until that's resolved. Okay. Now you don't actually have to give these coins up, but there is one interesting side to that, is the gunner roll. Okay, he may draw 1 or 2 in the draw phase, but if he draws only one coin in the draw phase, then he has the ability to swap one of your face-up coins next, all hands on deck, for any other face-up coin. So he can actually, if someone reveals a 5, he can go ahead and take his 2, if he had this roll, and swap that with the 5. Okay, so not only is he going to get an increase of 3 coins, but he's also going to have a higher number to be able to take on another roll. Okay, the person with the highest is going to become the captain. And then from that on, you go to the next highest, and then that person is able to choose a role, and then the next highest person can choose a role, etc. Okay, so but that's the game right there. You continue on. The game will end when the last gold is drawn from the bag. It'll end immediately. Anyone with a black spot will automatically be eliminated from the game, and the person with the highest score wins. There is some special circumstances. If the last person staying in would also have one opportunity to continue on, and then the game would be over. So that is Dread Curse, a really fun push your luck party game. Our group really enjoyed it, by Smirk and Dagger Games. It just has a really nice high quality components. The pirate theme works really well with acquiring all the different gold, being as greedy as you can without getting into the black spot. And the rolls all have special circumstances, and are all very useful in certain situations. And the game is just it flows really well. The game length doesn't take too long, and so the time limit of the coins coming out and everything. The only thing is, if a player decides to cut and run fairly early on in the game, they may be sitting out for a while. So there's that aspect to consider as well. But if you're interested in more, you can go ahead and check out Smirk and Dagger Games online, and is really fun push your luck game.